now is financial support. This recovery effort for the Red Cross alone, in terms of sheltering people, which we anticipate will take weeks and months of sheltering, feeding, comforting, that's the number one way financially. And they can go to redcross.org and make a financial contribution there. Also volunteering. We are still in need of volunteers. Unfortunately, right now, so many of our fellow Texans are recovering on their own and trying to survive here. So people from around the country, but to do that, we encourage them to go to our website as well to volunteer. In some cases, we have people showing up to volunteer and don't have clients in shelters just yet because they're still trying to get from their home. So it's a very fluid situation here and lots of moving parts, but we appreciate the support of the American people, and their donations and volunteerism are a great comfort to us.
All right, so there's how you can make a donation. That's how you can help. Now, on our first hour, we talked about a little little thing, but a terrible thing, actually. It was embarrassing, I think, for just the poor folks suffering right now had to deal with a nasty MSNBC. I don't even have words. And that's usually not like me, frustrated to say the least. And what am I talking about? There was an interview with MSNBC and Texas Governor Greg Abbott, where an MSNBC news correspondent by the name of Kerry Sanders came on the air to provide, updates to viewers, and then interrupted the governor to ask him about illegal immigrants. And here's how that came down. I would have to say Greg Abbott composed himself quite well through all of this.
On a pathway out of the storm.
How about risk of deportation for those undocumented immigrants that could be in the way of the storm's path? Are they in the clear to go to some of these evacuation centers? Do they have to show ID?
It's my understanding from what I saw from the Border Patrol instructions yesterday that will not be an issue. What everyone is focused on right now is ensuring that we do all we can to protect life. We all have a high regard for life. We want to ensure the safety of all lives, and we're prepared to take all measures to do so.
All right, so there was the correspondent, Kerry Sanders, was on the air, from what I understand now, providing updates to viewers, and then we had host Stephanie Rahul. She decided to focus on how illegal immigrants would be impacted by Hurricane Harvey. She then used her time with Texas Governor Greg Abbott, as you heard there, to ask him about shelter for illegal immigrants, illegal aliens, as if the governor was not going to save the illegals. What a stupid question. Can I ask you, you might not know the answer, but Texas, especially southern Texas, has quite a few undocumented immigrants. Are you able to go to any of these centers that you've been directed to by city officials? Rahul was worried that illegal aliens would face deportation, let alone be saved. Not only is it wide open, nobody checks any of that. But interesting, one of these things that has held people up in years past is animals. People don't want to leave behind their pets. Jeez. Well, later in the show, Rahul asked Texas Governor Greg Abbott a similar set of questions. How about the risk of deportation? Blah, blah, blah. Are they in the clear to go to some of these evacuation centers, as if they would be denied? That was the biggest thing. I didn't get the whole interview, but there was a portion of it. So it's my understanding from what I saw from the Border Patrol instructions yesterday that it will not be an issue, the governor responded. What everyone is focused on right now is ensuring that we will do all we can to protect life. We have a high regard for life. We want to ensure that the safety of all lives, and we're prepared to take all measures to do so. A wrench in the plan, folks. Under all of that, trying to just help the fellow Texans, Rahul attempted to throw Abbott under the bus by making assumptions that he would say illegal aliens are not protected during the hurricane. But instead, Abbott sidestepped a political grenade and provided a humanitarian response to all sides could live with. And I want to say, well done, Governor. Well done. And here is that exchange just once again so you can just hear it. But this is, folks, your MSNBC. If you watch it, this is why I don't watch it. And that's why the president has this fight with the media, because of crap like this. Let's hear it one more time.
A pathway out of this storm.
How about risk of deportation for those undocumented immigrants that could be in the way of the storm's path? Are they in the clear to go to some of these evacuation centers? Do they have to show ID?
It's my understanding from what I saw from the Border Patrol instructions yesterday that will not be an issue. What everyone is focused on right now is ensuring that we do all we can to protect life. We all have a high regard for life. We want to ensure the safety of all lives, and we're prepared to take all measures to do so.
That's Greg Abbott. Stand up, Governor. Thanks for standing up for all the people of Texas. But they, try to do a takeout piece, and they've done it to this show. For many, many years with the founder of the broadcast, Chuck Harder, sending CNN down to the Telford Hotel, just trying to, because they don't like conservatives. They don't like conservative values. That is not the drum that they beat, that they march to, and they don't subscribe to. So what do they have to do? They have to be ugly about it. And certainly that was very unclassy, MSNBC. There's a Texas man that I was reading about this morning, and he was asked what he was about to do with his boat. His 7-word responses epitomizes, folks, the American spirit. As you know, we got, 50 feet of rain has fallen in some areas in southeastern Texas in less than 2 days. They got this tropical storm Harvey it's all around. But this man was asked, and here it is. What am I talking about here? Well, there's a reporter, and I don't even know the station because they're not even saying it in the news story, but a local reporter was asking the man where he was from and what he was going to do with his boat. His response, he says, "You guys just jumping in to help out?" The reporter asked. "Yes, sir." The man replied, explaining that he's from Texas City. "What are you going to do?" The reporter followed up. He says, "I'm going to try to save some lives," the man responded. I'm going to try to save some lives. Now, in Texan, you'd have to go, "I'm going to try to save some lives." And guess what? He went and did just that. Picked up dozens of people in his boat, doing what he can. Didn't have to do it. Very nice boat in this picture that I see here. But there's so many stories like that. And I'm certain that we'll hear many more heroic stories of just average people just doing the right thing. No matter how nice their boat is, they're saving lives. That's all he wanted to do. And prayers to the rescue workers and humanitarian efforts by just Joe Public doing what they can, too, all throughout Texas as we speak. AmericanRedCross.org. Make a donation today if you can.
We'll help you survive this thing called life. We're for the people, for the people, for the people is there.
It's unlike anything you've ever been through in your life, man. I was driving. This kid threw a grenade at us and went right over our vehicle. It was 12 years old.
The shockwave went through my head, rattled up my brain, and left.
Danger is around you 360 degrees at all times, and you can't unlearn that.
It's impossible to describe the sacrifices these men and women have made to protect our freedoms. And the job of rebuilding their lives is massive and growing every day. Many will need the programs offered by the Wounded Warrior Project for years to come.
I didn't know what PTSD was. All I knew was I was having nightmares. And when I got released, my reintegration was go check in at the VA, man.
My first coping mechanism was use drugs. Just numb it, don't feel anything.
I was angry. I'm trying to pull myself out of that right now.
Your gift today of $19 per month will honor and empower these veterans so they can aid and assist each other.
The Wounded Warrior Project is a life raft
I can say this without question that I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for it.
Wounded Warrior Project is the first step, getting back out into the world and reforming yourself outside of the service.
Call or go online with a pledge of $19 a month. You'll receive this Wounded Warrior Project blanket, and your gift will provide critically needed programs that rebuild lives.
That was my first feeling of actually being a part of something bigger than myself again.
Well, I lost a few really close friends overseas, and if I quit, I'm going to let them down, and I'm not about to do that.
I'm learning to face my fears head on. To trust and see what happens at the end.
It's a long process, but I had the drive and desire.
Please call or go online with your gift right now.
Get ready, get set for 123 Ready TV, the brand new app that everyone's talking about for your PC or Android device that allows you access to most every movie or TV show ever made. Sound incredible? Well, it is, because once you pay $19.99, that's all you pay. Just the movies and TV shows you like without the hassle. The internet streams everything already. What 123 Ready does is it finds them, then delivers them directly to you, commercial-free. There's nothing quite like it, and it's available now at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. And before you buy 123 Ready TV, watch the video and see how simple it is to start watching all those movies and TV shows. If you like movies and TV shows, but don't enjoy paying for all of them, no problem. Just pay $19.99 and start enjoying countless titles and entertaining TV better than anyone. Get your 123 Ready TV for $19.99 at forthepeopleshow.com. Just click on the store page. For the People has a special opportunity for you. If you own a business and want to gain a national audience that is loyal and will do business with you, imagine being able to get your product and or service into the hands of tens of thousands of people each week. Sponsorship opportunities are now available at rates you can afford. Finally, the show you love with your business supporting what we do in partnership. Start running your commercials today. To contact us, go to forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. For the People is on the air for you. Each day we strive to tell it to you straight, not watered down, so you can know what's going on each day. Our show is different from many of the others on air. We're not afraid of the PC police, and we explain our position, at the same time understanding the left's position and what we can do to further a conservative agenda for America. For the People is listener-supported and relies on listeners like you to help us get the word out. So, if you like what we do and want to help For the People, sign up today at our website at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. Your support allows us to report the news fearlessly and guarantees our survival on the air. As a thank you, we'll send you our monthly newsletter with commentary and money-saving tips. Can we count on your support? Thank you for helping America. To become a For the People member, log on to forthepeopleshow.com. Now, your daily infusion of common sense is back on your radio. Keith Allen on a Monday. How are you? So glad you tuned in. If you like the show, share the show. Our website's forthepeopleshow.com. If you're new to the broadcast, weigh in and make sure that you're part of our news thread. You say, what's that? Well, that's what we're talking about. Sometimes we're more explanatory of things we're talking about today. Not as big as the thread because we've been talking about Texas and the flooding and just the happenings and everything that's happening along with that, because really does affect all of us in one way or another, because really in true sense, even if you don't know anybody in Texas, it could happen to us. So there's that human element to it all. And we're trying to do everything we can to not just bring you up to speed, but how you can actually help out. And I think a lot of us want to do that. And so if you can help out, AmericanRedCross.org, great place to go. Make a donation. And know that you are helping, even though physically you can't be there. Now, damaging effects from Harvey, it's going to cost a lot of money to repair so many houses, the infrastructure just alone. So people are kind of weighing in on this for the Gulf Coast. They're saying the estimates to be well below those from major storms that have hit New Orleans and New York, according to Hanover Research. And Hanover, one of the world's largest reinsurers, said that insured losses from Katrina in 2005 were around $80 billion, while losses from Sandy in